This is from Warren Sharp Football, ranking the NFL's top offensive lines. So they go Eagles 1, Lions 2, Ravens 3, Chiefs 4, and the Browns 5. So some have them ranked as high as 2, being the Browns' offensive line. Sharp has them ranked 5. Despite the injuries to the right side of their line, Browns finished 3rd in pass block win rate and return all 5 starters from last season. It's a fair ranking just because there are concerns about guys staying healthy. Conklin, Teller have been banged up. But when you return the same 5 guys, you do start with an advantage.
Yeah, for sure. The continuity's been there, especially with Bill Callahan leading that position room. All 5 starters are back, like Warren Sharp mentioned. They were top 10 in both pass blocking and run blocking, according to PFF last year. But you got to hope that, Teller's had the injury bug bite him the last couple of years, especially, and also Jack Conklin and even Jedrick Wills. So I think the biggest key this season is staying healthy. You hope Jed Wills takes a step forward this year. It's his 4th year. It's kind of a make or break year for him. They did pick up the option, but it's time for Wills to step up. And they also have to adapt to Watson's style of play. They've dealt with pocket passers like Baker Mayfield and Jacoby Brissett and Case Keenum the last couple of years, but now you got Watson, who is more mobile, tends to extend plays with his legs. So that's something that the offensive line also has to adjust to this season as well. But yeah, being top 5, even being 5th, it's not a bad thing. The Browns have been consistent under Bill Callahan's watch and in this style of offense, and I don't expect that to change barring unforeseen injuries in 2023.
Yeah, I agree with you. And I think that's a really valid point about adjusting to Deshaun Watson's style. They're going to have to block, an extra 1/10 of a second, half a second, because you never know. We saw that in the limited time he played last season. There were times you thought he was sacked, and then it was like, he's not sacked. And they just threw the ball downfield. So they're going to have to continue to stay on their blocks, which is a mindset that they're going to have to adapt to.
Yeah, and I think, I brought up Jed Wills. I think that's the biggest thing because you've seen him on tape. He'll make a block and then he'll just let it go. But then when you have a guy like Deshaun Watson who can extend plays, Wills has to be more aware. Bitonio's dealt with mobile-style quarterbacks. Posick has in Seattle with Russell Wilson. Jack Conklin did with Marcus Mariota. So some guys know how to deal with mobile quarterbacks. So Jedrick Wills needs to really lean on that veteran leadership. But, yeah, when you have a mobile quarterback, you have to seek to play through just because you don't know if Watson's going to give you that added time with his mobility.